Who gives a damn?
Exactly.
So Sheainchu.
Yep. Is it a video?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love her.
Do you?
Brush it in, brush it out. Rock it, glam it, nothing holds me like it.
The iconic hairspray, Elnet, by L'Oreal Paris.
This Christmas, don't party without it.
Don't party without it.
Because you're worth it. Bet.
I love you.
Dedicated to my biggest inspiration of all time. I love you. Rip Michael Jackson. Don't. Yeah. Right. It's loading. We're filming.
Oh,
Oh, that's quite cool, isn't it?
Oh, we were filming. Okay.
We've got like interesting sun going on there.
This was an interesting project because we didn't know how to spell the name of the person in it. We often have a problem spelling things correctly. Like the last song, Next to You, someone spelled next, N-X-E-T. It's just kind of...
Next.
Yeah, and that actually caught on among more illiterate members of the population. They seem to...
You liked it, didn't you?
Only kind of counterintuitively, as like an ironic gesture. But some people genuinely started to spell words wrong.
Oh, right.
Well, they were already spelling words wrong.
But what was interesting was it went full circle and they began to ironically spell things correctly.
No, exactly. No one saw that one coming. And so we've actually improved the literacy of...
It just goes to show that... I don't know.
Morality
moral is of that
yeah,
story.
exactly. Well, you can't always tell what's going to happen.
That's more of a kind of tale of, well, that was stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was just really stupid.
Unintended circumstances, like burning down the Reichstag Palace, Hitler. That was just to warm everyone up a bit, but it ended up, changing the face of the world.
Well, I've got another. I've got another pancake.
Great, I get to hear you eat again.
I'll eat over here.
I can still vaguely hear you. Is the video actually loading? No, that's fine. I mean, I mean, you can go over there if you want, but
Put a pillow over
it isn't really conducive. Yeah, there we go. That is conducive. So this video,
We're not loaded yet.
preliminary.
Mm-hmm.
What was the main theme behind it? Because this was your project, really, wasn't it?
It was part of my Woodlands period.
Yeah.
I was very motivated by
Sexual.
Woodlands.
Yep. They're all
At the time.
sexual, really. I mean,
Well, Woodlands, there's something very special about Woodlands.
I mean, the word pussy.
Time in woods.
Yeah.
Time spent in woods it's like double time.
It's like having sex already. And if you do actually have sex in the woods, then you're having, as you said, double sex.
And if you have a threesome in the woods.
Then it's a double threesome. So what aspects of woodland? Was there any philosophy behind it? Did you have to?
Well, the key. Maybe if we just move away from the sexual aspect for a second.
Just for a
If I
second.
can be heard over the
Mm.
munching of pancakes. Was that I came to it from the perspective that we're all city dwellers now.
Yeah.
Even people who aren't city dwellers.
City dwellers.
They're city dwellers, really.
Yeah.
Even people who've never been to a city now, they're city dwellers. And I thought, what if we weren't city dwellers? What if we were woodland creatures?
Yeah. I mean, an igloo is a kind of city in and of itself.
in
If
and of itself.
if there's one igloo or 10, or if there's one tree house or 10, you're in a city. You can't avoid it. In a city, London,
If you redefine city to mean any
form of place.
people anywhere, then we're in a city.
Except for the ghetto. When the ghetto is the ghetto. There's
Or a
no denying
woodland.
that.
Or a woodland.
I mean,
that
I
was my
was-
woodland period.
And obviously me being raised in quite a ghetto, and constantly feeling downtrodden, I had to express my own kind of victim.
Because you're from the wrong
complex.
end of Hampstead, aren't you?
I'm from the wrong end of Hampstead.
They don't.
8-bedroom
There's not
house.
very many
ghetto.
organic shops from where you are there?
Very little at all. I mean, I had to.
It's all Tesco's and
It is now.
family butchers.
Exactly. Terrible stuff.
I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But fortunately, the video has
Loaded,
begun.
So watch out for the ghetto. That's me. If you see
Yeah,
ghetto
and
is me.
If you see Woodlands, that's me. So here we are, the Embassy of Fools, about to watch Sheainchu by Christopher Brown. Lovely boy, works in the local Tesco's.
Yep. Used to work in a health food
You
shop,
can
but got
fly,
sacked.
as we discover for the first time in this video.
And I like the blinds. It's like a giant window and blinds.
And he's like a tiny, tiny Chris Brown
Exactly.
in front of a giant, giant window.
Exactly.
Or just a normal sized window.
And he's just not, probably the latter. He's got some form of paint on his suit. See, you see, it's a mixture of being a painter and then a kind of upper class kind of
Yeah.
toy boy, gangster,
He's the craftsman that turns up in a suit.
deer murderer. Yeah, I mean, he crafts.
Deer murderer. I'm going to have to press you on that one.
Look at the hand. Look at the
Yeah.
synchronicity. I mean, platonic perfection in front of blinds. You don't get that very often.
You really don't. Well, that was the thing. So we came to make the video and we're like, Chris, what do you want to do? And he says, I'm very into pretending I'm a mouse at the moment.
Yep.
I like the idea of running along the little windowsill in incongruously coloured suits.
And then when it comes to shooting videos, you want an easy idea that will kind of hypnotise the idiot masses. What's easier than a couple of lines and smoke? Yeah, we didn't actually have to put any artistic invention or zany jokes into it. We just had to.
Some say as a work of political satire, this thing doesn't really discuss the Bush election.
No,
But Chris thinks it does, and that's all that matters.
it's very.
We must say also that this is, of course, a homage to Michael Jackson, which it actually is,
It is.
and that it's a bit ridiculous and pretentious of Chris to think that he measures up in any way to
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, which of course he is an imitator of, but it's a
A
really
failed
quite
imitator.
poor,
A very terrible imitator.
tragically bad imitation. Everyone knows the best imitation of Michael Jackson is
You. If you're in a woodland
yeah.
and
the boy Chubby Brown. But
light is coming through the leaves, the blinds are very much an indicator of that.
yeah, going back to the woodland creatures
Yeah.
section, she was like a nymph.
And you're constantly having sex with everyone on set as part of her.
She was
method,
awful,
actually.
wasn't she? She was going down on roadies. Like, people made deliveries to the set. And like, do you know where I could... What are you doing, woman?
Well, she's liberated. Why shouldn't she?
She was on something, I think.
She was high on fame.
It was the coke horns.
I mean, she was also from the ghetto. You know, she used to
Who's
live.
flying again?
She used to live in the ghetto next to me, or under me
in
rather.
Hampstead.
Yeah,
Under
exactly.
you. She lived under you.
In
She,
a-
she couldn't afford her own space.
In the 4-bedroom cellar beneath our house.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That was rough, wasn't it?
It
That
was rough time.
only had one bathroom.
Exactly. What and these noises? It's kind of Chris Brown's own little kind of interpretation of language.
They ran out of words.
They did. I
Of course,
mean,
he is one of the finest linguists of all time.
running out of what we had to resort to a random word generator,
Yeah.
and we ended up with "she ain't you." There was also "I love you" and "she is hot," but we thought "she ain't you" hasn't been done yet.
Yeah.
And it's true, she
Ooh.
isn't you.
She isn't you.
How can she be? But I mean, how can two people be the same thing?
Chris, of course, is into his logic and wanted to call
Yeah,
it. She is you,
precisely.
which makes a double negative. No, it doesn't. Is it double positive?
Double positive. So he's already pushing
We
the
told him,
boundaries of...
Chris, there isn't such thing as a double positive. And he said, there is in my mathematical system.
Exactly.
I said, Chris, no one cares about your mathematics.
Chris, go and
They only care for your
fucking
music
die. I mean,
in your dancing.
exactly. Don't... Just please stop breathing, we were saying afterwards. And he kept on
That
doing
scene where we got him to hold his breath for 5 minutes.
it. Yeah,
He
I mean,
kept passing out, but it's never enough. Is
if
it?
we'd done it in the basement, maybe he wouldn't have come back round. But sadly he did.
Sadly.